Stars head coach Pete DeBoer to take your questions. Once again, please raise your hand and wait for the microphone. We'll start right side, front row. David.
Hey, David. Hey, Peter. I'm just wondering if you take an overall look at the 3 games. Is there one, big adjustment you're looking to make going into Game 4?
We just keep getting better. I thought Game 2 was better than Game 1, and Game 3 was better than Game 1 and 2. So we just got to keep building our game and trust that it's going to lead to some wins.
Right side, second row, Tim.
Yeah, I know Mikko doesn't have to be the guy to step up and score, but given the kind of games he gave you, a couple against Colorado, a couple against Winnipeg, how much could you use something like that going in?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, listen, their best player, scored last game. So I think this time of year you rely on that. Now, having said that, their best player didn't score a lot before this series, and they had other guys carry them. So we have to get some of that too. We can't wait around for Mikko to score. I think Mikko is going to get his goals. He's still getting good looks. I think they're eventually going to go in, but the other thing is we're generating enough chances to score. We got to finish.
Left side standing, Nick.
Hey, Nick.
Two-parter. I know you won't go into specifics, but what's the process with Rope from here until game time?
Not much. Heal and get better, and we'll cross our fingers. He'll try it again and warm up, and we'll see.
And just with his speed and rush ability, Knobloch was in here talking about how they know what a good rush team you are. How does that change things if he's not in the lineup, right? You lose your number one center, but also a speedy guy who's great on the rush.
Yeah, hard to replace, but I thought our group did a real good job last night of that. I didn't think it affected our it might have affected our finish. Maybe he sticks one in the net, but I didn't think that it affected our offensive game. I thought we got a real good response from our group, considering our number one center was out of the lineup.
Left side, second row, Pierre.
Pierre.
Yeah. Pete, looking at the film today or last night, second period you tilted the ice pretty good on them. How do you replicate that for longer stretches? Because that seems to be your game right there.
Well, listen, they're a dangerous quick strike team, and we all know the names over there that lead most of that. I think probably for me the biggest factor so far in the 3 games has been we're chasing every game. We're behind in every game, pushing for offense, and if you're a couple feet out of position pushing for offense and the puck goes the other way with some of the guys they have over there on the ice, you're in trouble. And I think that was kind of the case last night. I thought, we had a great second period. We're behind in the game, which has been the story for the entire series so far, chasing the game. And when you haven't scored and you're pushing for that goal, they have that ability that they don't need a lot of looks the other way. It's in the back of the net. So we've got to either get a lead or be a little more patient in those situations, knowing how dangerous they are going the other way.
Left side, third row.
Hey, Pete, many of your guys have talked throughout this postseason about how the group just doesn't get too high or too low, regardless of win or loss. Do you see your guys keep things light, and who might keep things light?
I don't know. I think it's a mixture. I don't think we're a light, fun bunch, of guys. I had Joe Thornton and Brent Burns in the Stanley Cup Finals walking down the streets of Pittsburgh without their shirts off. We're not those guys. They enjoy themselves. I think they're a serious group, but they have a quiet veteran confidence to them about being comfortable playing this time of year and being comfortable playing in these situations, behind in series, in tight games. And that's a confidence you get by having been here before.
Right side, second row, Mike.
Hey, Pete. Last game, it was more circumstantial that you got the fourth line together, but is there any thought to what energy they bring when those traditional fourth liners are all together?
No, they were great last night. you know. I mean, listen, if every time we put them together and played them, they played like that, we wouldn't have broke them up. But you know, they gave us great juice last night. And you know what? When we get them back out there together, if it's tomorrow night or the next night, you know, we need the same thing.
Staying in that same row, Leah.
Hey, Pete. I think Stuart Skinner has probably exceeded expectations for some people in the last couple games here. Jake's been so good for you in the latter half of series.
Yeah.
What's kind of the key of capitalizing on maybe the goaltending advantage you had entering this series?
Well, I mean, one, I'm not surprised by Stuart Skinner. I mean, I saw it last year, so you know, I think we expected him to be good, and he has been good. And you know, the last person in our group I'm worried about is Jake Ottinger, and you know how he's going to play here going forward.
We'll take a couple more. Left side, front row, Eric.
What do you need to see more of from Wyatt Johnston, and what's been different from his game, you know, this spring compared to last spring?
I don't think I need to see anything different. You know, I think, like the rest of our group, I think he needs to feel the confidence of a puck going in. Had a great look last night. Took a puck to the net. I think it went off the post. You know, I think he needs some help with the guys that he's playing with on the ice. He needs some support there. He can't do that alone. You know, he's had some tough assignments so far in the playoffs. I mean, he's had to play head-to-head against McKinnon in a series where we were short-staffed and we were, you know, really in a defend, bend, but don't break kind of mindset. And then he had to, you know, do the same against Scheifele. Not every shift against those guys, but he's taken on a big load of that McDavid this series. So he's a 22-year-old with a lot on his plate, and you know, I think he's just fine.
Last one, left side, back row, JF.
Hey, Jeff.
Maverick Book played 73 games this year, but only...
Who's that?
Maverick Book
Yeah.
played 73 games, only 2 since the start of the playoff. What might be missing in his game to be a regular coming playoff time?
You know what? I don't know if he's missing anything. I think he's in our conversation every time we put a lineup up. I think he made some great strides this year. You know what? You look at both teams' lineup. I mean, look at the scratches, the guys they're scratching. You know, Jeff Skinner and Arvidsson, two. One's a 50-goal scorer in the league at some point. The other guy's a multiple 30-goal scorer in the league. You get down to the end here, these are tough lineups to crack if you're a young player, unless you're exceptional. So it's a great learning experience for Mav.